All right, well, thank you for logging into my YouTube channel. So tonight I am here making the most delicious, creamy cauliflower mashed, or mashed cauliflower, maybe I'll call it that. So I'm not really good ever at measuring out ingredients. So I just wanted to show you, this is what I'm using. So I want to make them loaded. So I'm going with sea salt, heavy whipping cream. They say to use organic, but I think that generic or store brand is totally fine. Black pepper, sour cream, bacon bits. Here we have some Kerrygold butter, some cubes of cheese, which I'm sure you should use shredded cheese, but this is what I had, so this is what I'm using. And boom, the cauliflower. Now I know normally you should use a blender or some sort of food chopper, but I'm definitely old school. So we are going to mash these suckers like we did potatoes. So let's begin by adding in some heavy whipping cream, and that'll give it a really creamy consistency. And again, I'm not measuring, so I'm just kind of gonna wing it here. And I put in a pinch of sea salt. Nothing major. Here's my New Kids on the Block nails, by the way. Went to an awesome concert on Saturday night in Orlando. And we'll put in some pepper. I'm not going to use too much because the kids are also eating dinner with me. And then, you know, of course, because I have kids, it's not like I could easily find a spoon. So we are literally using an ice cream scoop. And that's what we're putting our sour cream in. A little bit unconventional, but totally okay. And if we need more, we'll always be able to just scoop it right back up real quick. We'll add in some bacon bits. Now normally I like to use real bacon that I have fried, but I have worked all day and the last thing I want to do is fry bacon. Not doing it. So then we'll go ahead and just start putting in some cheese. And this is a sharp cheddar blend cheese that I found in Publix. And last but not least, we will add in the butter. So I'm just going to chop it with this gigantic knife because, well, I didn't do dishes, so this is the way it is. And I'll add that in here too. The cauliflower is nice and hot, so this will melt really well. All right. Let me just, whoops. All right, and here goes nothing. We're going to start doing the mash. Normally I would sing or do something really silly, but again, I've worked all day, so the last thing I want to do is overload cook or overload sing or overload you. Anyhow, I have to tell you that out of all of the sour cream brands that I've used so far, my favorite definitely is Breakstone. It just has a really good consistency. I've just used it pretty much for every dish that I've made and then some. All right. Oh, and I should probably tell you that I used frozen bird's eye cauliflower, like the steam in a bag for 5 minutes. I could have probably steamed it a little bit longer, but that's okay. It was just easier than using a head of cauliflower and having to go through the process and the steps. But as you can see, with some heavy-duty mashing, so no need for a gym if you're using a potato masher, this is turning out pretty well. It's looking creamy, so I'm going to pause and bring you back as soon as it's done. Be right back.